All right, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? These are the people that didn't get to go anywhere for spring break, and you're back here working. The rest of them are off on beaches or skiing or wherever. There's a lot of people that are having fun. The rest of you are working. All right, let's get started with something fun. Norman will get it. Okay, share something good. Who's got something to share? Get some energy going, get some excitement. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I was supposed to, thank you. I was supposed to have a deal that was supposed to close on February the 28th. It did not work out, but this morning I woke up with a clear to close.
All right,
Yay!
you kept it together. There you go. Some of those deals you got to hold together. Who else got something exciting to share?
I'm going on a weekend trip to New Jersey.
Hold on, go ahead. Go ahead.
I said I'm going on a weekend trip to New Jersey. So
Oh, going to New Jersey
Yes.
this weekend?
yes, this weekend. I know
Hopefully
it's
the
not,
weather.
yeah, it's my husband's birthday, and I'm doing a surprise birthday trip for him because that's where he's
Ah,
from.
Okay,
And we're going to
great.
see Jill Scott in Philadelphia, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Great. Anybody online can share as well. ahead.
Hello, my offer got accepted.
Your offer got accepted. Cool.
I had a fabulous listing agent.
And you got a great co-op agent to do it with. That's even better. Okay, awesome. We heard somebody online. Go ahead.
Myself and another agent, Jasmine Edwards, we had our first open house this weekend in Lexington Woods, and it was great.
How many people?
We had about 6 people come by.
Okay, good work.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
LaDonna.
So I had the great fortune to put a house on the market and hold it open this weekend, first day on the market. We got multiple offers.
Awesome.
And yeah, everybody loved this house. But guess who won? Anu.
Oh, you did it together. She only said it was a great listing agent because she was sitting next to you.
I just want to remind us that it does make a difference when you're in an office that has good market share.
There you go. I like it. Very good. Go ahead.
Okay, I got one new listing last weekend. We hold an open house over the weekend. We had 25 families show up, and so far one cash offer. We are still negotiating. And then on Friday, I got one buyer under contract, and I just got one new listing site in Sugar Land.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Keep going.
So I have a buyer under contract, new construction, but I've been working with this buyer like 10 months. But I didn't give up on her. She didn't give up, but she's about to go into a brand new house.
All right. Very good. Keep working it.
I also have a buyer under contract, new construction. So just want to share.
Okay. That's awesome. We love it. Good.
Yeah, so I'd like to have a warm KW welcome to Vamshi Kautam and his team. They just decided to part with Keller Williams, and they've joined us. And
There you go. Woo!
Welcome aboard, Vamshi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your team.
That's for online, so don't worry.
Yeah, they can hear you online.
Okay, this is Nida Jaffrey and this is Farhad Khan. I'm Vamshi. In this industry for 7 years, been in IT for almost 20 plus years and switched on to full-time almost 5 years back. Doing quite well, and I guess that's the reason I think Nimesh has kind of wanted on this place, but I have great respect to Nimesh. We have been known each other for some time. He's always been a good advocate of real estate and always helping us. And we are doing quite well, and we are hoping we all work together and
Why
make it even better.
KW? Why KW today? Why'd you make the switch?
I think good family. I was there at the family reunion. I might have met over 200 people. Almost all of them. I mean, not even one person said this is not the place. Everyone said this is the best place to work.
There you go. Well, we're excited to be in business with you. Welcome aboard. Okay, anyone else that I missed? Somebody's calling in. What else? All right, let's jump ahead. Here's a few things just in a list of what's coming up. We got Profit Camp coming up. It's going to be taught by Krista. Profit Camp is just really, it's one of those classes where if you go to the 6 personal perspectives, we go E to P, meaning that we're entrepreneurs, we're comfortable with it to get our finances in order. It's a little painful and we have to be purposeful, but it's a fantastic class. Bringing back our famous bingo night. We got our Andy's going to come in and do a book club. The book that she's reading, is this all on a flyer too? Okay. We got Win with Buyers, Bold, and Shredding Hunger. So let's walk through each one of these. Here's your Profit Camp. It's going to be fun. Everybody turn to your neighbor and go, finances are fun. No, you're supposed to interact. Okay. Oh, Chris is going to come and give us a blurb.
Okay, so I'm going to be leading this with Veronica. I know a lot of you have met me already. If some of you are newer and haven't met me, it's going to be a good class. I'm going to make it as fun as possible. Yes, we're going to talk numbers, but how many of you started the year in 2023 and said, this is the year I'm going to take control of my finances? Okay, this is the class that's going to help you do that. I'm like banging the table. This is the class that's going to help you do that. You promised yourself, just show up. We're going to actually do some real life worksheets, pro forma. We're doing it in the class. So just come, be there. It's going to help you take control of your finances.
Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you. All right, we got bingo that's coming up. AMCAP is going to put this together again. And this is March 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30. We'll have drinks, fun, prizes. And who doesn't like playing bingo? Bingo's great. You don't like playing it? Well, then don't show up, or just show up and laugh. Yeah, or you can just show up and sit there. Nobody says you have to play the cards.
Wait, but the biggest question on everybody's mind is, were they able to rope in
The greatest bingo caller of all time will be there. That's me, by the way. Just kidding. Okay, this is our Brokers Book Club. This week, or this month is right here at the Market Center. If you haven't realized, we're moving it around the 3 offices that that I'm partnered with and run, Signature and Central. And Andy goes a different book each week, so you can go to a different location. And this month is The Power of One More. Ed Milet is the author. He's who spoke at Family Reunion. He's got an unbelievable podcast that if you listen to, and he really gets into some great things, but make sure you read. Don't just show up to the class thinking you're going to hear it. Read the book. It's a great book, or listen to it and give you some good insight. And we'll discuss that one. He's really good on just finding your purpose. And if you were here last week, you heard Sarah on our team meeting, and she's doing Win with Buyers. Sarah had the opportunity to work with the largest real estate team in Houston. Basically, it was one of the biggest in KW with the Loken Group. She's actually went off with MAPS Coaching and designed some group for buyers, agents, and coaching. So if you represent buyers, anybody representing buyers in here, you're going to have some great takeaways from Sarah. She's got good models and systems and based on the correct. So join us for that. That one, we're asking you to register. Here's the barcode to do so. Yes. There is a cost to it for the book.
Okay, now what if I bring a guest?
If you bring a licensed guest, we'll cover the guest and yours for free. So you don't have to pay it. And if you just want to show up and you don't want the book, then just show up. And the charge is just for us to provide you with the model and system in the book. But you don't have to pay for one. Just bring a licensed, not non-KW, non-KW license as your guest. And we just use it as an event to attract talent. Good class. You want to be there. Sarah's fantastic. And then we got Bold that's coming up. It says Sugarland. It will not. We're looking on a location because this will be a sellout. If you haven't heard, Cody Gibson is someone we just never seen in this area. Unbelievable presenter. He is has a massive expansion team, and he's hosting Bold. That is $7.99 for the full thing to sign up. And you get it reimbursed, right? We'll have the reimbursement for each deal that you close or take on listings, so you can get your money back. First step, you can register for that. There is no charge for first step. Location coming in mind. There are the dates. Any questions on Bold? This one will be a sellout just because Cody's never been here. And we got 3 offices Signature Central that'll fill it up pretty quick. Do we have our ALC minute? We sure do. Oh, we got LaDonna Parker.
We hear the word diversity in all corners of society these days, often contexts that might seem far removed from our businesses. Diversity is more relevant than you realize. The market is highly competitive, making an inclusive business strategy with the greatest opportunity for leads, listings, and leverage more important than ever. Statistics show that residential housing markets are becoming more diverse and homeownership has an increasingly multicultural future. Now, this provides an opportunity for real estate professionals to grow their business and work with a diverse population to maintain a strong, sustainable business. The KW Diversity Certification is designed to provide real estate professionals with the education, resources, and tools they need to successfully tailor their business strategy to appeal to a wider customer base. Real estate professionals will develop and strengthen their understanding of diversity to become more aware of the unique differences among people and to better address consumers' needs and avoid discriminatory housing practices. As an agent of distinction, you commit to promoting and supporting homeownership. You're prepared to empower communities and improve lives through the wealth-building power of homeownership. You're an agent of distinction, and you work to address barriers to move the needle toward equitable change. We're all in this together to ensure that the future of real estate is filled with opportunity and promise for all.
That's our honorable CEO, Gary Keller. And I just want to say that I am so proud to be in business with a guy like him, who was one of the first CEOs in the nation to step up and support anti-discrimination. And that was what, a couple of years ago. And we have fast forwarded to continuing to be a leader in the industry of diversity, equity, and inclusion, where other people are not only shutting it down, but they're fighting it. So again, I'm proud that not only are we continuing it, but this Agent of Distinction class has qualified for 6 units of CE credit as well. So I just want to announce that the class will be available. It's 2 parts, April 6th and April 13th. The investment is $249. And so what do you get for that? So you learn how to grow through differences. You'll learn about dimensions of diversity, how to advertise and market properly, and how to create an inclusive business plan for your business. So in addition to this, the investment in the Agent of Distinction program, guess what we're doing here? Because all real estate is local, right? Our ALC team has scheduled on May 3rd, I want you to put that on your calendar, from 1 to 2:30, how to break cultural barriers and win a diverse clientele. So we're going to help everyone with the do's and don'ts of working in a multicultural business environment, and be reminded, we are the most diverse county in the nation, or at least in ranking in the top. And our goal as the Agent Leadership Council is to prepare and empower you to know the market that you work in and maximize and grow your businesses. That's
good stuff.
minute.
All right. That's fantastic. Come on, Greg.
Okay, how's everyone doing? Yeah, come on. Thank you. How's everyone doing? Awesome, awesome. So my name is Greg. I'm the marketing director here in the office. I have 3 updates and information to share with you guys. So first, we mentioned in the beginning, so Shredding Hunger is April 22nd, so about a month away. So this is an event where people can bring their documents to shred as long as they donate food, and the food all goes to East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry. So it's essentially a food drive. So all of you have an opportunity to use the event to market yourself and of course give back. Giving where we live is an important element to our office in terms of our value. So for all of us who are like curious of how you can market the event or use it for your business, there's gonna be a class for it. So Nimesh, you want to speak on it really quickly?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna have this class on Monday, March 20th, this coming Monday from 10 to 11:30. It's how to utilize all the tools that we have at our disposal to market this and brand this as your event. All right. And as a little bit of a precursor on some of the ways to do this, Chris Hurley, do you happen to be on? He was going to do his best to be on. Chris, are you on? Okay, he must have gotten tied up, so he didn't make it. So during the class, Chris Hurley is going to show you a dialogue you can have that really works on how to promote the Shredding Hunger marketing. Okay, and he's a dialogue expert. That's what he does. He knows, he's a scripts master. He's going to join us. So we're going to talk about having the conversation and doing the activities to brand this as your event.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So basically the event is an opportunity to nurture your database. So some of you need content for your social media. This is it. You need content to create video reels. This is it. You need a reason to email your database. This is it. You need a reason to knock on door hangers. This is it. You want a reason to use postcards. This is it. All right. So you have about a month to use this, leverage this event for marketing yourself. So definitely attend the classes on Monday. Okay. A question agents have been asking me about has been digital business cards. So I'm gonna show you guys like two options of things you can use for a digital business card. This is the free option because it's in command. So there's a instruction on how to access it. Basically, you leveraging a QR code for someone to quickly save your contact information. When would you do that? Let's say you have an open house and you want to have a simple sign, scan the QR code to save my contact information. This is something to use. So it's in command. You go to on KWSW25/docs. We actually have the instructions on how to do it. Another one, since for those who want to be a little bit fancier, so I actually did this with Alvina. We went through this yesterday. Popl is an app that you can use. There's a free version and there's a paid version. So this is for those who want to be a little bit more branding into their digital business card. It actually works as on the desktop and as well as on a mobile device. What's cool about it is, if for those who are interested in like automations, it has some automations. Basically, someone can scan it. They send you their information, and then you auto reply with an email. And that email can have information such as your website, social media links, steps to buy in an open house. You can even automatically send it to command, the contact. So if you want to know more about that, of course, you can meet with me and we'll talk more about it. So these are just two options for you guys to use. The best tool is a tool that works for you. So you don't have to use anything. You don't have to use everything, but you have to use something. Okay. Last things for those who are interested in farming. So we've been doing working with a lot of agents and sending out postcards. So some agents, we've done campaigns for like 6 straight months. Some agents are planning to do things for the entire year. So recommended that for those of you, especially if you have a listing, one of the best times to market yourself is through a listing, and sending postcards is a great way to do that, and farming a neighborhood. So this is like a few examples of some agents that we work with. So I think some of them in the room. So we did this with Liska recently, right? So we sent this to a bunch of homes to a neighborhood that she's farming in. We did this for Elaine as well. So we try to make them each unique and different, so it matches your brand. And then this is what we did with Anu. So this is really good. And she just had another contract recently. So congratulations. So the idea is that, once you have a listing or any reason you want to market yourself, farm an area, you can send this out. This is an example. We actually give you the addresses and a map to show you where the postcards are being sent to, right? So, and we send you the addresses. So you get an Excel spreadsheet of all the addresses. The reason is, so maybe you want to door knock or do something else to those same addresses, you have it on file, right? So this is the price, it's $75 for the design and processing. We recommend the bigger ones. I mean, there's the smaller ones if you want to save money, but I always recommend the bigger ones because it shows more value because it's larger. As a team, the more we do, the better we do with it. So right now, I just added an assistant that dedicated to helping with postcards. So she just started this week. So like now we can actually service you a lot faster when it comes to postcards. So that's all I got for you guys today.
Good stuff. All right, it's an easy button. Is there a cost? Yes. Can you do it on your own? Yes. Most of you won't. Just have him do it for you. Let's go. Right? We want to get there faster. All right, Brad, come on up.
All right. I wanted to talk to the dual careers here for a second. So a lot of our agents are dual career, and this last weekend we did our high intensity productivity. So we had a lot of people show up for that. Over 20 agents were here on a Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. putting in the work. We have another event coming up specifically designed for everybody here who can't make the time in order to do your lead gen in the morning or during the day, right? That is drinks and dialing. So drinks and dialing is tonight, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We get together. We're not just drinking and having fun, although that's part of it, right? We're also getting together and lead generating, putting that time into your business and going forward. So come tonight, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every other Wednesday, drinks and dialing. Dual careers, I want to see every single one of you guys there. Okay. All right. That's all I got.
All right, thank you. Good stuff. All right. I'm skipping ahead. All right.
Got a
Let's
few
go.
announcements to make, some good stuff. All right. I'm doing intro to home after. This is going to answer all your questions, to show you the setup, best practices to use it, right? Any Q&A session, it's going to be all available Tuesday, 3/28. All right, March 28th on Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. It is going to be in person here in the training room and Zoom. Implore you to be here. I will do more of these, but this is the first one after we full blown launched it. So please attend. That way you have access to it. Go ahead.
What is up there?
Do you have it on? Is it available for Androids now?
Yeah, it will, by the time this class comes, it will be released because it's in the final phase. We got the final approval from Google. They're now posting it on the App Store or their Play Store. Okay. You asked what Home After is. It's our own concierge showing appointment center service in-house. Okay. Be there, and that way I'll show you how to use it moving forward. Okay. All right. I'm doing an advanced DocuSign class, DocuSign in the details. It's going to be on April 4th at 10 o'clock right here in the training room. What's it going to cover? The big things like creating templates. That way your documents are auto-filled already with the information that never changes. Less work for you, right? We want to leverage the system. Packets is a new thing where you can have your own saved list of documents. You can select all and have them all go into the room. That way you're ready to start filling them out and sending them for signatures. Plus shortcuts. That way it eases up your processes, all right? And some other benefits of using DocuSign at the highest level. So you want to be there on April 4th, 10 o'clock, right here in the training room. All right, cool command feature that you guys may not know of. Check this out. So you can run an email campaign, an email blast right from command. So I have an example of one here. So in the campaigns tab, right, click on emails, and then you're going to put it together, send it off. When you see the results after their email goes, you can see that I sent 62 emails here, of which 58 of them got delivered. Okay, top right corner, right? You can go back one more second. Top right corner, you can actually narrow down on your results, right? So I narrowed it down. You can go down. I narrowed it down to who opened out of the 58 that got it. And I had 29 recipients actually open and read my email. Well, did you know that you can go one step further than that? You can actually go back. You can actually come down to the bottom and you can retarget the people that opened your email by tagging them and replying. Wow, I was right. You want to learn how to do it? Now you can go. Command your leads. Not only will I go over this and show you how to email blast and target getting leads this way, but also how to do the Facebook ads at a high level, okay, and how to utilize the social media and things that are going to be coming up ahead for you to capture the leads right through command. All right, that's going to be Thursday, April 6th at 10 o'clock right here. Okay, you guys are going to be getting all this info also on the Facebook group and by email. See you in all those sessions. Thank you,
Okay.
Chad.
All right, great. Dale, come on up. Tom, come on up. All right. Yesterday, did you read in the news that we had a couple of banks that, whatever you want to use, you use the word that you want to. I was on a webinar and we got into banking, and about after 2 minutes, I'm like, some of it was going a little bit over my head along the way. And so I called Dale and I said, as the partner I am, I go, who do you know in banking? He goes, I can do it. I said, we don't want to listen to you.
True.
And so he went to his good friend who agreed to come in. We're going to talk a little bit about banking. Here's what I want. Confidence is going to show up. A lack of, we need confidence to stay high when it comes to home ownership and financing and buying properties. And we do not need to take our money and put it under a mattress. yet. I'll tell you if we need to. All right, Dale, take it away.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I just want to introduce Tom Shirley. Tom Shirley is the president of New First Bank. New First Bank, if you look right across Highway 6 is one of their locations. It's here. He can tell you a little bit about the bank. His bank originated out of El Campo, Texas, did farm and ranch loans and equipment loans. They've been in business how many years?
121.
121 years. They know something about banking and what works, but I want him to give a brief synopsis, what's going on. If you need any of this information, hold on to this. Knowledge is power. You can let your consumers, your buyers, your sellers know what's going on and that they can be certain that their money in the bank is going to be safe. So Tom, have at it. Thank you.
What I want to just cover today is just what happened, why it happened, and how, and assure you that your deposits are safe. If they're not safe, we're going to poke you in the right direction. One of the handouts is probably one of the best and most simple articles I found on the internet about what happened to Silicon Valley Bank. And then on the back of that is some talking points our CFO put together on the differences between Silicon Valley and New First. While the numbers are significantly bigger at Silicon Valley, it's the ratios that we need to look at. So basically, we've had two bank failures and one bank closure within the last week. Signature Bank and Silicon Valley Bank failed due to a lack of liquidity and a run on deposits. Back in the 80s, back in the 08, 09, they were asset quality failures. This was the first time I've been in banking since 1987 that we've actually had a liquidity failure and due to a run on the bank. So there's another bank, Silvergate Bank, that closed on its own volition. They saw what was coming. They unwound the bank. They sold the assets. They did what they needed to do. All deposits were paid. The only people that lost money in that was the shareholders. FDIC didn't touch the bank. So we've had 3 bank closures, 2 were failed, and 1 was closed. All 3 are cases of too many eggs in too few baskets. These banks were focused on high-tech companies, tech startups, venture capital. That was Silicon Valley Bank, and Signature and Silvergate had a penchant toward crypto. And so what happens is when you get too many of these deposits within one bank, you get a concentration. One customer leaves the bank may not have cash on hand, it has to liquidate investments. And so what happened is all 3 of these banks, when rates were low, and we know rates are not low now, but when rates were low, that was during COVID and post-COVID, a lot of cash in the system, PPP. What did they do with all that cash? The banks couldn't lend the money fast enough, so they went out and bought bonds, mortgage-backed securities, treasuries, anywhere from 10 to 5 to 10 years. What happens to a fixed rate bond when rates go up? The market value of that fixed rate bond goes down. So what happened is basically when they were at the bottom, they bought all these bonds. Once rates started to rise, the value of those bonds went down. In fact, Silicon Valley Bank had an unrealized loss in its bond portfolio of $17.6 billion, which was more than its capital. It's great to have an unrealized loss until you have to realize it. So once that news got out, Wall Street got spooked. It was a publicly traded bank. The bank lost $160 billion of market cap in less than 24 hours. That spooks depositors. What do depositors do when they get spooked? They go and get their money out. They move it. Okay, now, so the bank runs out of available cash. What does it have to do? It goes and sells bonds at a huge loss, $1.6 billion. After it reported a $1.6 billion loss in its bond portfolio, they took it to the bottom line. The bank was closed in 48 hours. So that's exactly what happened. The FDIC, as we all know, covers each depositor up to $250,000. So that was the plan going in. I think the government has since made the decision to cover Silicon Valley's bank depositors and Signature's depositors up to the full amount. So who pays for that? We all do in some form or fashion. But Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, all their capital is wiped out, shareholders lose. And Silvergate Bank, no government assistance, but the shareholders lose. So question is your money safe? Up to $250,000 in any FDIC insured bank? Yes. Don't worry about that. If you have a spouse and have a joint account, up to $500,000 in any one FDIC insured bank, you're good to go. What banks are certainly safe? The big four. Chase with $3.2 trillion in assets, arguably more than the federal government. Bank of America, 2.4 trillion in assets. Citibank, 1.8 trillion, and Wells Fargo at 1.7 trillion. Those big four are remarkably larger than the next one. Wells Fargo is 3 times larger than number 5. So if you have money in those banks, rest assured they're so large and they're so diversified, you're going to be fine. So what about my bank? Your bank, not my bank, your bank. So you ask yourself, what about my bank? Simply go in and ask the branch manager, not a teller. Ask the branch manager, what makes ABC Bank different than Silicon Valley Bank? Tell me why you're different than them and why it won't happen to ABC Bank. By now, every bank in the country should have their talking points for their customers. Our CFO put ours together, and it's page 3 of the handout that basically shows, here's what happened to Silicon, here's where New First is, here's what won't happen. So all of your banks, if you're not banking with the big four, should have their talking points ready by now. So that's it in a nutshell. That's what happened. Liquidity runs on banks. I think social media flared some of this because there was Twitter going out, and Silicon Valley and California is full of all that. I think some of that had some factor in the run, but when you've got venture capital companies and tech startups moving millions of dollars at a chunk out, that's really what happened. So I'm not going to plug New First. We've been around 121 years. We're very well capitalized. We take care of business. We've got branches from Victoria all the way to Sugar Land. We've got customers ranging from cattle farmers to real estate developers to HOAs. Been there, done that, been through many cycles, and we're friends with AMCAP. We do a lot of loans for Dale and his crew. We do all kinds of loans, mostly commercial. We do residential construction, residential lots, land. So that may appeal to some of y'all's customers, I don't know. But that's what we do. Our key mantra is at New First, we listen, we solve, and we deliver, because that's what we do. We don't compete with the big boys because we can't. We just stay within our niche. We stick with what we know, and we stay away from what we don't. So
Here's
that's
a
it.
question for you. What makes this different from people that go, this is 2008 all over again?
That was asset quality problems.
Okay.
Because what happened then, all the toxic debt that was put into mortgage-backed securities from all the quote unquote fraudulent mortgage lending going on, all those mortgages were put into these mortgage-backed securities that were then packaged up and sold to institutions and banks and such. Well, the market value of those mortgage-backed securities went in the tank because the underlying mortgages weren't any good.
Okay.
That was an asset quality fail.
Okay.
This is a liquidity fail. These banks will be sold, the assets will be sold, other banks will come in, step in, and they'll just keep rolling. So that's the big difference. This is a liquidity problem. Do first and foremost from these banks, I'm going to call it greed, in reaching for yield in their bond portfolios when rates were at the bottom. They loaded up on it and it bit them in the rear when rates went up, and they can't sell them to raise the cash for the deposit run. So it's a very simple run on the bank failures.
Are we
That's
gonna
the
see
difference.
some more of these in the next couple of weeks?
Possible. Yeah, possible. I think the banks that we've looked at hard have much more diversified deposit bases. You know, these guys loaded up on venture capital and tech and crypto. That stuff's very volatile. They'll move in a minute once they hear wind of something. Most of the banks that we're dealing with in Houston, in Texas, don't put that many eggs in one basket.
Good. LaDonna, question.
So what is the direct impact on finances?
Should be zero. Should be zero. What might happen is the Fed will become less aggressive on interest rate increases in the future because it's the interest rate increases in order to fight inflation has resulted in these massive losses in these banks' bond portfolios. So possibly we'll see a top out, if not decline, in mortgage rates. So that could help you.
Right? Yes.
Dale.
Real quickly, define liquidity and what the requirements are for a bank in regards to the amount of money they actually have to have on
Sure.
hand.
Banks typically are required to keep 5% of cash on hand in relation to the deposits that they hold. That's a minimum. Most banks keep around 10%. New First is at 20%. So what happened to Silicon Bank that was at 5.4%? They didn't have much cash on hand. Wind got out that their bond portfolio was in the ditch. Wall Street got wind of it. Market cap went down. Deposits flew out of the bank. They couldn't meet the liquidity call. Game over. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Go ahead. Right, we'll go
So the FDIC, $250,000 of coverage for the depositors. Does the article say that they're going to be regulators cover more than $250,000?
Yes. On Silicon Valley and Signature, the government or the FDIC and the government have made the decision to cover 100% of the depositors in those two banks.
Okay.
Don't know that it'll happen for the next one, but it is for this one because Silicon Valley was a huge bank. They were $213 billion bank. And so that would create what they were seeing as too big of a ripple effect to have some of those uninsured deposits go away.
And if you go back and listen to Silicon Valley Bank, right, their business model, they got highly aggressive and they took on a lot of risk.
Yeah.
That was just their owners and their leaders, what they wanted to do at the time.
Yeah, it was a great idea at the time
Yeah.
till it's not. And so startup loans, venture capital deposit bases, crypto, it came home to roost. Not conservative enough. And here we are. Any questions?
Yeah, any more questions? Yes, sir, go ahead. The only reason we get a microphone, just a reminder, so everybody online. can hear
Beside
as
the
well.
bond and the venture capital, do they have equity, high risk equity exposure in the Wall Street?
Okay, I don't understand your question.
Ask it one more time.
Yeah, I repeat, beside the bond and the venture capitalists, do they have any other equity exposure in the investment in Wall Street?
That two different questions, really, two different animals. The venture capital companies, when they raise their funds, they put it in these banks as a depository. So those are the concentrations these banks had with venture capital funds. Now, these venture capital banks or companies can bank anywhere. Probably now they're going to be with the big four versus Silicon Valley Bank, who is probably buying them nice dinners. So the venture capital companies don't have exposure only if they're in a bank that fails. And according to the news, Signature Bank and Silicon Valley Bank are covered 100%. So the venture capital companies that bank there have no exposure. Anything else?
Anybody else? That was a good simplified version. It's going to show up in our world in conversation that we got to work on as well. I appreciate this. Here's some talking points, right, as well. We appreciate it. That's good information.
Business
Yes.
cards are on the back. If anybody has any questions, feel free to call.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Thank you so much for coming in. I trust that was helpful, and yet it's going to show up in conversation when it gets to it. We're going to have some buyer reluctancies because they're going to look, where do they go?
They go to the news source. Remember news, I don't care where you sit. It's only got one job. All they're worried about is getting eyeballs to their screen. So we got to filter with that. Social media is a whole nother element. And yet that's why I asked Dale to it is, you know, I need to keep hearing this in a simplified version so I can internalize it and really go about, we're not running out and taking our cash out of our bank and putting it under our mattress. That's a whole nother joke, by the way. Okay. And we can get where we need to go and financing going to be safe. Maybe there is a blessing to this as interest rates kind of creep back down a little bit along the way. Okay, fantastic. Let's move along. Chris is showing up. It is time for awards that we're going to celebrate as well. So Krista, take it away.
Thank you so much. All right, well, I have numbers in from February and want to recognize our February top performers, starting with our listing units. We have, oops, here we go. Individuals leading the way was Robbie Yansky with 7 listed units, followed by Lyle Mugi with 4, and a 4-way tie for 3rd place with Abish, Karen Tauschketi, Claudia Chan, and Winona Smith. Congratulations. Our top teams, they tied, but we have the Diaz team and the Kimbra V team leading the way for listed units for teams. Congratulations.
Good job.
Our top groups, we have the Audra O'Neill team and the BNP team tied for 1st with 8 units, followed by the home coach group and the Kathy Stubbs team at 3. So congratulations to our top groups. Top listing volume, we have Robbie Yansky with 3.1 million in listed volume, followed by Lyle Mugi with 2.9 million, Winona Smith with 1.2 million, Karen Tauschketi with just under 900,000, and Eden T just right behind Karen with 870,000. So congratulations to our top listing agents. Diaz team is in 1st place for teams with just shy of $1 million in listed volume. Kimbra V team with 715,000, and the Day team with just under 500,000 for our top teams. Congratulations to our teams. Groups, we have the BNP team leading the way with 5.5 million in listed volume for February, followed by the Audra O'Neill team with 3.1 million. Home coach group and the Kathy Stubbs team were 3rd and 4th with just over 1.2 million each. So congratulations.
Good job.
I'm moving fast here, but here we go. Top listed units. We have Lyle Mugi in 1st place. I'm sorry, not listed. Closed units with 6 units. Shamsha Ali with 5 units. Alicia Griffin with 4. Good job, Alicia. And then a tie for 4th place with Abish Shadwani, Robbie Yansky, and Sahar Khatib with 3 units each. Congratulations.
Good work.
And then we have our top teams, the Diaz team with 9 closed units, followed by the investor group with 5, and Warner Real Estate. That's Candace Warner with 3 units. Congratulations.
Good job.
And then our top groups, closed units, Audra O'Neill team leading the way with 10 closed units in the month of February, the BNP team with 4, and a tie with the home coach group and SIA group with 3. Congratulations. And we recognize adjusted closed volume. Adjusted is based on a 3% commission, kind of evens the playing field if there's concessions. Sahar Khatib leading the way with 1.4 million in adjusted closed volume, followed by LaShamber Ewing with 1.289 million, followed by Shamsha Ali with 1.219. So just close together there. Lyle Mugi with over 1 million, and just behind Lyle with Abish Sadwani with also just over 1 million in adjusted closed volume. Based on 3% commission. So if you give concessions, that brings that adjusted close volume down. If you get bonuses, it brings it up. So it kind of evens the playing field a little bit. And
so
then
we know on that volume, they're making the true 3%. There you go.
It directly correlates with GCI.
Yep.
Yeah. So for our top teams, we have Candace Warner, the Warner Real Estate team, with just under 900,000 in adjusted closed volume, followed by the Pam Shockey team. Congratulations, Pam. And the Lupita DeCal team, Lupita and her husband there, following the Pam Shockey team. Akil Properties Group, that's Akil and his wife, just under 800,000, and the Diaz team following in 5th place with just under 700,000. So congratulations to our top teams. Top groups, we got the Audra O'Neill team with over 2 million in adjusted closed volume. and then followed by the BMP team and the Kathy Stubbs team. Congratulations. And then one of my favorite awards, this is the Triple Crown Award. To qualify, you have to be an individual agent and you have to close 3 or more homes in a month. So leases do not count. We had 4 agents qualify in the month of February: Shamsha Ali, Sahar Khatib, Lyle Mugi, and Abish Sudwani. Congratulations. And also celebrating our cappers in the month of February. Congratulations to Sharon Parker for hitting her cap in February. Also, Rima Malhotra, congratulations on capping. And one of our first-time cappers, Hang Mo, congratulations on hitting your cap. She was working so hard, she didn't even know she hit it.
That's awesome.
Great job. And then capping in 27 days, we have Sahar Khatib. Congratulations. Also celebrating our first listings with KW. Congratulations to Anthony Ekstrom on your first listing with KW. Also, Chris Clements, congratulations on your first listing with KW. And Mohammed Al-Hamawi, congratulations. First listing. And first closings with KW, we have Adrian Pierce. Congratulations on your first closing. Amanda Slater with her first closing with KW. Congratulations, Amanda. Ashu Banzal, congratulations with your first closing. Cindy Hernandez with her first closing. Congratulations, Cindy. Liska Sims, woo-hoo! In the room, congratulations. And then also we want to celebrate our Kelliversaries. We understand that as independent contractors, you have the decision to do business with any broker. And we are so honored and privileged when you decide year after year to do business with us. And so celebrating our Kelliversaries, 1 year, Eva Bernstein Breitart, Cindy Hernandez, Shannon Hickel, Naigner Jones, Camille Lopez, Rachel Stevens, Miriam Tashakori, and Ariel Thompson. 2 years, Juliana Akinbobola, Jeanette Chenair, and Andrea Valakovic. 3 years, Amber Boitron, Eric Mondragon, Davita Smith, and Trisha Williams. 4 years, Bryant Gordon, Kevin Hicks. 5 years, Valanka Antau, Sheree Steele, and Asif Hazan. 8 years, Yvonette McLean. 13 years, Danielle DeRoche. 14 years, Chris Hurley. We heard that name earlier. Come to the class. And then 16 years, Tammy Harris and Tina Braun. 19 years, Daisy Bauer. These are getting big. And 22 years, our very own Mr. Dan Goon. Woo! The office is right over there. So if he's here today, make sure you go by and congratulate him on 22 years. All right, that's what I got. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, moving right along. Our vendor partners, you ready? Come on up. Before we go to that, we'll get you in just a second. Let's get them. Come on up.
Hi, guys. It's Melissa from downstairs at Patent Title. I just wanted to mention real quick about your sellers. Well, your clients from last year, but mostly sellers are starting to get their tax statements in the mail, and they're freaking out if the property has not transferred yet, because the CAD, County Appraisal District, doesn't work as fast as we do. So the minute we close, we send everything off and get everything transferred. But county doesn't always do that. So months can go by and they're still like, why is it still in my name? Now they're sending me a tax bill. So if that's the case, well, first of all, if you have that situation, if you closed a home last year, reach out to your sellers. It's a good chance and a good time to touch them and be able to, you know, just hear them and talk to them and see, you know, if they have a referral for you or anything. In the meantime, tell them if they do have any questions, they can call the title company, they can call us if we closed your deal, but it'd be just a great touch for you. But also we can send out the information showing that we transferred the property or anything, any tax statements that they need from us or whatever title company. Hopefully no other title company but me exists. So you know what? I have no fun fact.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, I was on
Thanks,
vacation. Thank you.
Hello, this is Yi Lin from Reliance. Okay, my office is in the safe floor here, inside here. So in case you need my phone number is over there or in the kitchen, or you call front desk if you don't have my phone number, okay? The electricity price been going down. So last August, it was the highest one, okay? It start going up like last February. Sometimes when you have people, when you're moving, when they sign up for higher price. I mean, why now? Because the taxes regulation, when you're moving, you don't need to pay the cancellation fee even though you have contract. Only when you're moving, no cancellation fee. So a lot of people, when you're moving, like right now, when they're buying a new house, so they can get out of their old contract, the high price, get to the new one, it can save them like 20 to 40%, okay? This is a big difference. I mean, always encourage them to send me the bill, then I can look at it and compare for them and see if that better to transfer their old bill or use a new one, okay? Thank you.
That's great. Good stuff. She'll take care of them, right? Just connect them with anything. All right, and now we're on to our lunch sponsor. Mohammed Patel, come on up. Pillar to post.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, my name is Mohammed Patel, and I'm a local Pillar to Post home inspector. I'm here today to talk about my services and how they can benefit you and your clients, right? First, I want to go over a few facts. Pillar to Post has been in business for over 25 years. It is one of the largest home inspection companies in North America with over 500 franchisees. Here in the Houston area, we have about 10 to 11 franchisees spread all around over Greater Houston, from as far up as College Station, all the way down to Galveston. And I'm based right here in Sugar Land. So a little bit about myself. So I grew up in Botswana, in Africa. And Botswana is well known for its diamonds, abundant wildlife, and also its safari tours as well. So I've always been in the manufacturing industry. So back in Botswana, I was involved with PVC pipe manufacturing. And in 2015, I moved to Seattle, Washington. And my last job was at the Boeing company. And I joined the fabrication team there, and we were making parts for the airplanes. And I just want to say, we did make parts for the 737 MAX, the ones that crashed, but they had nothing to do with the fabrication team. So that was a software problem, so rest assured we're in good hands. Yeah, and in November 2021, I moved to Sugar Land, and I started my home inspection business here. Right, so as you know, home inspections are a crucial part of the home buying process. A survey conducted by Zillow in California found that 75% of home buyers regretted not having a home inspection performed. So don't put your clients in that bracket. All right. One of my unique features about the home inspections is the innovative technology that we use. We have something called the P2P 360, which is a visual inspection tour of our findings. So our inspection report is linked to the visual tour. So let's say I find something wrong in the bedroom, like a loose receptacle or something. And when you view it in the tour, you go and you navigate to the bedroom, you will see a comment there above the receptacle that shows you that, okay, this receptacle was kind of defective. So it kind of brings the whole inspection report to life. You know, it's also very helpful for first-time home buyers. Sometimes the report can be overwhelming. So this kind of makes it easier for them to follow, you know? So it's just a nice way to like visualize the report. There are a lot of other features as well that we offer, like cost estimate guide as well. Sometimes the client wants to know how much will this cost. So we do have cost estimates as well. Among others, we've got a home manual, which is a digital manual of all the appliances in the home, and the floor plan as well. So recently we have added 2 new services. So those are the virtual open houses. So we use the same technology that we use for the P2P 360 visual inspection tour. So now we're using that technology to offer virtual open houses for your listings. All right, so we've got 2 virtual open houses on offer. One is with the floor plan and the other one is without the floor plan. And the main difference is the way you navigate through the tour. So the basic one, you get some thumbnails at the bottom and you just click on the kitchen. It'll take you to the kitchen. And then if you want to move to the next room, you click on the next icon. And that's how you navigate. And the other one with the floor plan, you navigate by hotspots that are located on the screen. So you just click on just like you're walking through the home. It's just like a virtual open house that you know. So we are able to offer that as well now. So since no home and client are the same, we do have 3 packages to offer. You can see in your brochures, we do have 3 packages, and all the 3 packages include the P2P 362 that I'm talking about, and that's included with all the inspection packages. You know, it's not too expensive. Also, for 2,500 square foot home, it costs like $400 or so. Right. So I am licensed to do swimming pools and spa inspections as well. I'm in the process of getting my WTI license, so very soon I'll be offering the termite inspections as well. So that's all I have for you today. I'm confident my services will meet your expectations. So whether you're looking for a home inspection or whether you're looking for a virtual open house that you want to use for your listing, you can reach out to me. And if neither of those fit your agenda and you'd rather be on safari in Botswana, you can still reach out to me and I'll give you some good tips as I know all the good spots. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right. I'll trust you got some value out of today. Some good talking points around banking, what's coming up. It's going to come in conversations as well. Maybe you go on and take some of that and post it yourself as a vehicles. We got plenty of classes coming up. Don't forget about the Shredding Hunger. The office doesn't do it because we're looking to do another event. We do it because it's a vehicle for you to go out and touch people with a really good mission. And we've had great attendance in the past, but brand it as your own. Greg will help you. We got a lot of easy buttons, great things are in command as well. So proud to be in business with you. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. And like always, we'll see you soon. See you next week. Have a great day.